Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Chapter 15 presentation on case study research. So, what is case study research? Case study research is a qualitative research design in which researchers focus on a unit of study known as a bounded system. This case study research can be summed up in 4 simple sentences. It is a qualitative approach to studying a phenomenon. It focused on a unit of study or a bounded system. It is not a methodological choice, but a choice of what to study. And it is an all-encompassing research model. So when do we use case study research? It is appropriate to use case study research when the researcher wants to answer a descriptive question or an explanatory question. It is also appropriate to use when the researcher takes an interest in the studying process. Case study research is useful to use when we are describing the context of the study and the extent to which a particular program or innovation has been implemented. It is also useful when researchers are interested in providing causal explanations. Some characteristics of case study research is that it is pluralistic, so it focuses on a particular phenomenon, such as a situation or an event. It is descriptive, where the end result of the case study and the narrative includes a thick description of the phenomenon that was the focus of the case study research. And it is heuristic, which illuminates the reader's understanding of the phenomenon being studied beyond the reader's original knowledge. So moving on to the design of case study research. A good case study research design includes a statement of the purpose of the research, the initial research question, the review of the related literature, and the rationale for the selection of the case. Also, some of these steps when we are creating case study research is we need to determine a research question. We need to define the case under study. We need to determine the role of theory development in case selection. We need to determine the theoretical and conceptual framework of the case study. And we need to determine whether a single case study or a multiple case study or a collective case study is appropriate. So when we are selecting a sample for our case study research, it is often using qualitative sampling, which is selecting a small number of individuals for a study so that those chosen will be able to help the researcher understand the phenomenon under investigation. We also need to select a unit of analysis, which can be either a child, a classroom of children, or an entire school district itself. And when we are sampling for case study research, it is most common to use purposive and purposeful sampling. So when we are collecting data, we use the same data collection techniques used by researchers who are conducting other genres of qualitative research, with the aim of seeking an understanding about the case under investigation. So a case study researcher will collect descriptive narrative and visual data to know how and or why we answer these questions. So when we conduct and analyze multiple case studies, one of the most common types that we use is an unordered metamatrix, it is a data management tool that enables the case study researcher to assemble a master chart with a descriptive data from each site onto one large sheet known as a monster dog. So this below is an example of what a monster dog would look like, where we are able to organize the principles that we are studying, followed by how they interact within the case study. There is also site order descriptive matrix, which includes a descriptive data for each side, but orders the sites on the variables of interest so that the researcher can see differences between high, medium, and low sites. And the site order descriptive matrix helps show the full range of responses to the challenges of managing and coping with the educational change. The site order predictive outcome matrix is the third one that we will be looking at, and is the researcher's attempt to order the case study sites in a manner that allows the researcher to understand the variables that appear to contribute most directly to the outcomes. And then we'll have the time-ordered metamatrix, which extends the cross-site analysis to include chronology as an organization variable, with the specific purpose of enabling the case study researcher to display descriptive data from several sites with respect to the events that occurred over time and that may have contributed to the outcome of the study. Then we also have the scatter plots, which is a visual display of the data from all of the case study sites based on the dimensions or the themes of the interest that appear to be related to each other. And then we have the site ordered effect matrix, which sort through the research sites and look to display probable cause and effect relationships between the focus of the study and the outcome of the action. Then we have the causal model, which extends the case research analysis to assist to the case researcher to identify how things go together. So below is an example of our causal model, which explains the example study from Mills, where we have the central office and the principals and the other teachers organized into our causal model. All right, and moving on to the example article. So in this example article, the purpose of the article was it was a teacher's education program which attempted to connect with a neighboring community in order to better prepare faculty to teach about the urban context in which the pre-service teacher education students practice. So was case study research appropriate in this scenario? I believe yes, because the research that the researcher was hoping to answer involved a highly specific question. And that question is, how can an urban university's teacher education program begin to form a relationship with its surrounding communities in order to improve the preparation of teachers? So some of the shared characteristics with this study and chapter 15 in our textbook is that it is very particularistic, which means it focuses on a highly particular program in Boston, Massachusetts, with a highly particular sample of both students and teachers. It is also very descriptive. So the case study concludes with a number of different outcomes and a number of different lessons learned that allows for a very broad and possibly even generalizable data sample. And that is all I have for you today. I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you so much.